From the heart of the city, straight to your radio. Honest, intimate, real. This is where love gets real and real gets deep. It's not just talk, it's the Love Talk Show. Are you ready? Then let's dive in right now.
A very good evening to all of you. My name is Peter and I'm here with my wife Andrea. And every single day, the Love Talk Show brings here topics related to love life. And today's topic, it's quite serious because we are going to talk about love and harm. Very often people, they try to put these both things into the same bag, if I can say it, and consider the same, and they are not the same. Andrea, good evening. And today's topic, we have seen many going through it and not distinguishing or knowing which one is the best for them.
Hello everyone. Good evening. Always a pleasure, like we always say, to be here with you. And it might carry a lot of insecurity, and there's no way that we can mix, or like you was mentioning, Peter, we can put inside the same bag love and mistreatment. But about that, we are going to talk more in depth throughout this program. Stay tuned, and if you know someone that is going through this situation, please tell them to connect, because we are here to unveil what is behind mistreatment in a relationship that should be based on love.
So the paradox of love and harm is today's topic. We are going to listen to this report and we are coming back. Let's all listen together.
Today, we are approaching a very sensitive and profound topic: the paradox of love and harm. When affection turns into affliction, this is about relationship where abuse exists, a toxic cycle that can escalate from emotional manipulation to physical violence. It is a reality for many, and we must address it with clear clarity and compassion. The core of this paradox is that the offender often uses the language of love to justify harmful actions. They might say, "I love you so much, that's why I get so angry," or "It's your fault this happened, you made me do it." This is manipulation at its core, a way to trap the victim to make them feel responsible for the abuse. This creates a secure bond with cycles of love and mistreatment, where the victim holds on to love moments, hoping the abuse will stop. We can look to powerful stories that illustrate this cycle, like the popular novel film It Ends With Us. The story bravely explores how a charming partner, Ryle, slowly reveals an abusive side, using manipulation and gaslighting to keep the protagonist, Lily, trapped. The movie shows the immense courage it takes to recognize the abuse, stop justifying the offender, and find the strength to leave a dangerous situation. These stories show us that love is an illusion when harm is involved. Sometimes the victim and the abuser are recreating harmful dynamics they experienced early in life. The abuser may have past traumas that drives their behavior, but this context is not an excuse for their actions. The focus of our help today is on the victims, to empower them to recognize the signs, protect themselves, and find the courage to leave. The statistics reveal the frightening prevalence of this issue. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner, which amounts to more than 10 million women and men annually. This data shows that a significant number of people are living in this paradox of love and harm. A 2021 article from the Journal of Interpersonal Violence emphasized how difficult it can be to leave an abusive relationship due to the emotional manipulation and the cycle of violence. If you are listening right now and you are in an abusive relationship, please know that you are not alone. It is not your fault and help is available. We want to empower you to see that true love is safe, kind, and respectful. Harm is never love. So how can you recognize the subtle signs of emotional manipulation before they escalate? How can you find the courage to protect yourself and leave a dangerous situation? And how can you heal from the trauma of domestic abuse? Stay tuned as we discuss domestic violence and trauma recovery, guiding you to finding safety, healing, and the strength to rebuild your life.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
And obviously the report is talking also about the extreme of what can happen when a person cannot distinguish where they are in and they are doing nothing to change this situation. But often, and more often that you can ever imagine, people are suffering in their love life. They are going through a difficult situation in their love life related to this topic that we are talking today, and they do not understand what is the intention of this obsessive love, if I can say it. They don't understand the difference between the way the person is touching or controlling. They don't understand when a person is not being respected or cared, but the person is being manipulated, emotionally speaking, or maybe sometimes even controlled. It's important, Andrea, to understand what the source of all these emotions are. It's important for this person to understand if in the relationship they are in, if they are being loved, they are being cared by someone, or if for some reason there's any sign of control or manipulation, emotionally speaking.
That's very interesting what you're saying, because sometimes the person is so involved in a relationship or got so involved with someone that the lines of respect are blurred. The lines of a healthy relationship are blurred. So I took note of something that might help. Love, a force associated with care and affection. On the opposite side, because they are not mixed, they are not together, mistreatment, emotional neglect, control, manipulation, or even unintentional or intentional harm. So our report was talking about this, like you were mentioning, the extreme. So first of all, we should demystify what love is, true love is, and mistreatment. Because if there's something in this relationship that even touches what is the opposite of love and causing harm psychologically, physically, emotionally, so it's not love. Maybe, like you've said, it's based on a passion. I like this person. People say, I love this person. I cannot be by myself. So it's better for me to be with this person than for me to being alone.
Yeah, you remind me about a case that we both know. And please try to understand me. You are giving some examples. Doesn't mean that you are going through this. We are talking about things that we already experienced. We've seen it happening with our own eyes. I remember a case of a couple where the man was, physically speaking, he was very well prepared, and he was extremely strong. And she would love him to reveal his, how can I say, his jealous side. So she would love when he would be shouting at people, fighting people, even being aggressive towards other people because of her. So she would create, even sometimes, and you probably remember what I'm talking about. She would create scenarios where it would trigger this feeling within this man, and he would be violent towards to others. And she thought that this was love,
Care,
that
protection.
this was him taking care of herself. But she wasn't realizing that he was revealing who he really was. Obviously, there's many other factors here behind it, and we don't want to go that deep. But the truth is, later on, he ended up behaving in this way with herself. what she took as granted, and she loved so much, and she thought it's love, he ended up doing with her what he was doing with others. And a partner may justify harmful behavior, saying it's for your own good. But listen, those who love, they will not, harm you. Those who love you, listen, a person who loves you it can sadden you in a sense of this person tried to do the right thing, try to be a good husband, good wife, try to even to please you. But sometimes a person brought a red shirt, but you like the brown one. But this doesn't mean the person doesn't love you. The care is there. But in the case that we are mentioned here, when we see this obsessive love taking care of the relationship, and feeling that gives the sense, as we were saying, that I'm being protected, but at the same time becomes manipulation, a kind of a controlling way, a way of controlling the life of someone else. They control where you are, who you are with, the time that you go, the time that you are coming. So being part of someone's life doesn't mean that I have to be manipulated or controlled by this person. And we need to be attentive to this, because when your partner says, I'm coming, I'm doing this for your own good, if they are grabbing you from the arm and they are pulling you and leaving marks in your body, something is wrong here. When they are shouting at you, when they are impeding you to talk with your own family, when they are trying to control your life and telling you where you should go or not, yes, you need to be attentive to this. Obviously, Andrea, it's extremely important for us to bring something here and put it on the table. When a person comes and tells and teaches, because this is why we are partners, if one of us it's a little bit more difficult to control money, the other one will be helping in a way that we are going to control better the money. So I'm not telling her, or she's not telling me what to do or controlling me. We are helping each other in a way that the money we have will be spent in the right way, and we are going to progress together. We are going to prosper together. Usually, not in all cases, there's always someone in the couple who controls better money than the other. Obviously, we are not talking about a person being, how do you say? A person that doesn't like to spend money, stingy. We are not talking about a person being stingy, but we are talking about balance. A couple being balanced with the money. So one is helping the other. The same with food. The couple helps each other. They are not controlling what the other is eating, but they are helping them in having a healthy lifestyle. So, and this is not controlling this. he's helping each other.
Partnership.
It's a partnership. That's why we are a couple. We even watched the video not long ago of couples who are who are married, taking care of each other. They live longer exactly because of this, because they are taking care. They are not controlling each other. They are taking care of each other. And this is love. And when crosses this boundary and becomes one to other, they are harming each other, or one is harming the other, exactly trying to control the other. This is something you have to step in, and you have to do something according to yourself. Well, we are going to talk about this more. Let's pay attention to what people are saying out there, because our reporter went out there asking what love and control they have in common. Let's hear.
Straight from the people, straight to you. The word on the street.
How can someone learn to separate genuine affection from control?
I think you have to know if somebody is controlling you, but some people want affection but it's disguised as control. The usual signs are they want you to always be with them and to know where people are, don't they? And they want for you to distance from your friends and family. If that's a sign, isn't it? A lot of people want love, and then they're deluded. They think, oh well, if I want to be loved, I have to put up with this, or it's my fault, or something like that. That maybe they because people who control will always say, oh, I love you, but they don't do it in their actions. I think if you really love someone, then your actions speak. You don't need to say it. You just need to, it's in your actions. I know a lot of people who've had bad relationships, and then it always ends badly because it's not a great situation, is it? It's just not. If someone's controlling you, and you, even if you get used to it, it's still not a good situation.
I think that if you really love someone, you don't feel the need to control him or her, because love does not come with control, because everyone needs to live his life with someone else. But if you feel the need to control, that's not love.
To be honest, it's a difficult question, because sometimes people think they show genuine emotions towards other people. Well, it's, they are not really sort of aware of the boundaries of the other person. So it's a bit difficult, because it's reciprocal. Emotions sometimes are reciprocal. And we also need to understand the expectations of the other person. So I guess there's only one way, and it's the easiest, to communicate. If we communicate, then we learn about the other person's true emotions as well. Otherwise, it's just guessing game, and I don't like guessing. If we're clear about some things, then we can set boundaries as well. Boundaries are really vague in a sense, and if it's not clearly communicated, it's impossible to know the boundaries of the other person. And if you do not know the boundaries, it is not really also easy to separate between true emotions, true affections, and control.
I think it can be a difficult one, because when you love someone very much, you kind of want to be part of their world. They want to be part of yours. You spend a lot of time together. But I think for some people that can sometimes slip into a bit of control, and there's a big difference between protection and control. I think the way you can separate that is wondering whether you would like someone to be doing that to you, feeling whether it's it feels like a red flag when someone is asking you things, wanting to know where you are, that kind of thing. Is it coming from a place of, do they care about your safety, or are they trying to control you, I mean, a lot of it can come from attachment and the way that they've kind of been brought up. they may not know any different. And I think that can just be a case of learning, you know. I think sometimes it comes from a case of not knowing, or it can come from a place of maybe mistaking that control for protection and feeling like someone's looking after you and not realizing it's a red flag. I definitely think that you still can love someone while feeling like that, but it's probably not a good thing.
I think you have to think about what's their intention when they're trying to control you. If they're trying to protect you, I think you should rethink why they're trying to control you in that sense. It can be for various reasons, but about the control, I think it's the same as when you have your children. You won't let them do everything they want to do because sometimes they can get hurt. So they need control. They need control so they don't, like, you're not going to let your child touch the fire even if he's gonna burn, right? So I think it's the same in a relationship. If you love someone, you don't want them to get hurt. I think it's all about communication. Relationships, that's the most important thing for a relationship to work. It's about telling them the reason you're doing that, and that's the only way you're gonna find out.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
And once again, we have people's opinions here, and you could see people are on the same page when we are talking about love and harm. The majority of them, they have the same mindset concerning to this subject. I really want to mention what this man was saying. If I have a son, I will tell you not to touch the fire, not because I'm controlling my son, but because if he puts his hand on the fire, he's going to get burned, and it's going to hurt, and he is not aware because of his age, is not aware. So if I love, I care. And this is very important for you to understand this. If there's love, there's acts of kindness, there's acts of patience, there's acts of even sacrifice. The person is willing to do this. But if we are going to the other side, we see acts of aggression, we see acts of neglecting, and we see acts of manipulation. And now what I want to talk, it's about you having to do something. If you are a person that you have been loved and cared by someone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's amazing. It's great when we have a relationship like this. But on the other hand, Andrea, there's people who know they have been facing this aggression, and they have been trying to how can I say it, convince themselves this is love.
Rationalize.
They have been victims of manipulation, but they try to accept, no, this is this person taking care of me, this is the wine talking, or this is the nervousness talking, or this tomorrow this man or this woman is better. The person sees they are being diminished when the way they are talking to them, the way they address them. The person understands the partner is always trying to put them down or show how much they have to depend on them. With me, you are nothing. With me, you couldn't do this or have that. We see this kind of manipulation, control, or even the cause that brings suffering within that person. But, and this is what we want to talk today, even knowing all of this person doesn't see a way out because they think, I need this man, I need this woman, I need this relationship. This can be related to many factors that happened in the past. This can be the result of many disappointments. This can have to do with the way they were brought up, the family they came from, the habits they had, whatever. We can have here many things, but the major thing is not to know where the problem is coming from. I think the major thing is to understand, if I accept this, it's because within me something needs to be done. Because if I see this obsessive love, let's say it, if I see that I'm suffering with it, if I see that the person diminishes me and tries to put me down, tries to control, and even with this I accept, it's because within me I really have a low self-esteem. I'm really empty from within, and I need to do something in order to safeguard me and safeguard my future.
That's very important, because on one hand, we might have someone that was harmed throughout their childhood, and this doesn't excuse one aggressor. Please, like Peter was mentioning, we need to acknowledge that that behavior is not normal and is not acceptable at all. On the other hand, we have the person that suffers, and this can be men and women. We are not talking about men being aggressive or dominant, and women not being so, because nowadays we see that it might happen with men and women. So we are addressing the problem, the situation, not people. So on one hand, we have an aggressor that probably or maybe went through a lot in their childhood. They saw that dynamics inside their household, and they are applying the same thing unconsciously sometimes. And then, on the other hand, we have someone, like Peter was mentioning, that has a low self-esteem, that is very insecure and don't see themselves alone. It's better, like we were mentioning before, it's better for me to have this person because I'm this old, and now it's better to put up.
Andrea.
And sometimes they are
not old.
I'm just giving like examples because, for example, back home we have this, and we have been giving this example. Back home, people, they put up with very aggressive type of behaviors because that's the way that people used to think.
We are not talking only about the physical, the physical one. We are talking about the verbal one. We are talking about the emotional one. We are talking about the fact of a person accepting being sharing their spouse or their partner with other women, with other men, and being okay with that. And please, I respect everyone's decision if you are well with it. But if this is crossing the boundary that is not love, and it's being, manipulation or controlling, and you don't like this, you don't feel well with it, the person is not, this is not what I want. And the person sees that their needs are not being attended, or are not, it's not there.
But that's the situation, like you were mentioning. We do respect a person's decision because we are here not to judge. Of course, we are here to help. So we do respect when a person stays with someone that is crossing all the boundaries and that is mistreating them, even if not physically. But they decide to stay, like we've mentioned back home. We have seen many of these situations, but they start living under the same roof, not talking to each other. Of course, they never knew what love really was, because the person that has the tendency of hurting the other all the time through words, through emotional fixation or humiliation, the person never stops doing that. But the other one, because he's insecure and didn't not step up in an aggressive way, that's not what we mean, of course, but addressing the root of the situation, but they are not happy. They stay there, and we cannot even say that they live under the same roof as siblings, because they don't even have a relationship as siblings, and even less as friends. It's because of children, it's because of paying bills, it's because of we don't have another way out, but they're still not happy. So what's the point of being in that relationship without doing something about it, because it can cause harm, long term, like of course short-term harm, but long-term harm even, because the person can live under that situation for years. And that's what we are here to talk about.
So if you know someone, or if you are that person, you need to do something urgent concerning to yourself, because you may see today something simple and not harmful, although if this starts escalating, you can suffer with that. Maybe you have already seen this happening in someone else's life. So you need to do that. You need to do something and take care of yourself. You need to look for a professional one. You need to ask for help, and you need to take care of yourself from within, because otherwise you will leave one relationship and start another one under the same conditions. And I do believe that if you are listening to us, if you are with us, probably you don't want this situation to be dragged in your life. If inside of you say, I don't want this, I don't want to live in this way, I don't want to be this person who is always begging for someone's attention, for someone's love. And sincerely, it doesn't need to be like this. It's not this what your future should be, or you don't need to be conformed with it, because at the end of the day, you are a human being. You have the right to love, but you have also the right to be loved. And maybe there are a few steps that you can take, or the person that you know can take, in a way they can be healed from inside out, and they will build a new life for themselves. Well, we have, Andrea, do you have the helpline number? If you know someone, or you are that person that needs help, we have a 24-hour our helpline center that is available for all of you. You can give us a call, and on the other side there will be someone to talk to you and to tell you what you can do, to listen to you, to understand your pain. And this line is available to all of you. So do you have the number there, Andrea?
We do have.
So you can give us a call to
020. We have there. Just a moment. I don't want to give you the wrong number. I'm trying to open here. Yes, we do have. It's 020 7686 6000. If you want to take notes, I will repeat it. 020 7686 6000.
So look for a professional, look for a line that can give you support. If you want, you can give a call to the helpline. We are here to help you.
The world is sound asleep, and too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. And every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories, they somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. believe you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. Oh, for the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows where to find you. God only knows how to break through. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
And this is where faith really helped me, because it made me realize I didn't have to accept this lifestyle. I didn't have to accept the depression, the anxiety, all these problems. It showed me that there was a way out, even though I didn't believe at first. My life right now, I'm really happy with it. I'm happily married and I'm looking to progress in my career. My life has been transformed for nearly 4 years now, and faith was a big reason why this transformation happened. And this is because I learned to actually have value for myself. I learned how to not accept the situations that I was in. Coming to the church, I realized that this place was very different. I had been to other churches before, but I did not get the help and understanding that I got from coming to this church. So it was very hard at the start because it was something very different. I didn't understand. Some of the things didn't make sense. But when I took it and really spent time to understand it and to develop, I really realized that this is what I needed. I'm telling you this because I was a person that was very depressed. I grew up in an abusive household. I have a vivid memory of my dad drugging my mum, and I was very young at this age, maybe like 3, 4. It traumatized me, made me scared of outside, especially men. I couldn't trust anybody because the people who were meant to be looking after me didn't care. But I had nowhere to go to. My friends, they were all depressed as well, so they could not help me. I would speak to teachers, family members, but nobody believed me, and this even led me to self-harm as well. Later on, I was even abused sexually because I accepted anything, because I never had a good role model. I never saw anything good from my dad. I had never had a male figure that could teach me or support me. So this made me just accept anything. So I was in a lot of relationships, had no value, that I wasn't cared for. When I went to university, I started partying, clubbing and drinking. This was my escape from my reality. And I started this because I wanted to be somebody else. I wanted to feel something. I wanted to have value. And when I drank, people liked me, people cared about me, people seemed like they wanted to be my friend. So this is why I kept drinking. This is why I kept seeking this attention. My lowest point was when I was suicidal and I actually attempted to commit suicide. And this happened twice through medication and actually attempted to tie a rope. And this is where faith really helped me, because it made me realize I didn't have to accept this lifestyle. I didn't have to accept the depression, the anxiety, all these problems. It showed me that there was a way out, even though I didn't believe at first. The Universal Church to me is a family. It's a place where you can come and be transformed, and that's what happened for me. I came here broken, lonely, confused, but I was supported. I was given the help that I needed. Now I really truly value my life. I'm happy I can help others as well. This was something that I did not think that I would be able to do. I really appreciate where God has taken me from. The fact that I was abused, but now I'm happily married. This is something that seems impossible. But now I can support others, I can help people with my testimony. Through using my faith, I was able to help a family member who was really struggling with mental health issues. He was cheating on his wife. There were so many issues, but by me using his faith, he was able to turn 360 and no longer suffers with these mental health issues. I've also been able to see a change in my finances, in my love life, and even my health. I've really been able to see results by me using my faith.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
And you listening to what Olanike, if I'm not mistaken, is her name, was sharing with us. You can understand that a person can overcome a problem, not only the physical ones outside, and reaching goals that we have been fighting for, but also bringing the healing that we were talking about a few minutes ago. And this is what the Love Talk Show is all about, Andrea. Many people, they try to find love and happiness from outside: cars, house, job, career,
Even
degrees,
people.
and relationships, people. And that's why people sometimes they think, I have to have someone, I must have someone, no matter who that person is, to be happy. And it doesn't need to be like this. And even God doesn't want things like this. So in order for us to change this and make it better, it's important for us to understand what this woman understood: to be healed from inside out.
And that's very important. As you were talking, I was even thinking that all of us have a past, the same with Olaniki, with myself, with Peter. Whoever is listening to us has its own past, but that doesn't guarantee that that past will be perpetuated in our lives, especially the consequences of wrong decisions or whatever we have been through with parents, with family members, with previous relationships. Because what matters the most is today, and today is a gift, is the present, is a gift, and we can make everything different. Of course, not all the time we have the emotional awareness to remove everything, all the grudges, all the bad experiences in the past, the consequences of those bad experiences, emotional traumas. Not all the time we have that emotional and spiritual awareness, and that's why we are here. But we believe that it is possible, the same way that Olaniki testified after she went through everything that she went through. So it's also possible, we believe, for yourself that is there, that are there or is there listening to us, disregarding everything that you went through. Or of course it's an experience, but you don't need to make those bad experiences a pillar on your life, because we can change everything with the gift that we have today.
Well, this is in what we believe, and this is what we have been witnessing at UCKG. If you want our help, if you want our guidance, as this woman has received one day, we are open every single day from 6:30 in the morning up to 9:30, 10 p.m. And every single day the doors of our help center are open. 232 Seven Sisters Road, 5 minutes away from Finsbury Park station. Every Thursday, and this coming Thursday won't be different, we are going to have the love therapy. And in the love therapy, we have the seminar where we are all going to learn how to take care of our own emotions, to take care of our own heart, how to invest in our love life, and how or what kind of tools we may use in order to succeed in this area. And you are our guests.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, oh, I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio. Real stories, real dilemmas, real solutions. Only on the Dear Love Talk Show.
We have different love languages. How can we make sure we both feel appreciated and loved?
The Dear Love Talk Show is every day answering to questions that are being sent to us. And when we talk about different love languages, Andrea, what do you have to say about it?
We have different love languages. I believe different personalities, maybe this person meant. How can we make sure we both feel appreciated and loved? Well, I can give you a personal example. In the beginning, when we were dating, Peter used to give me gifts. Teddy bear, a necklace, for example. And that's perfectly fine. And we were dating. But it was not something natural. So when we got married, I found it different, that he didn't used to go and buy things the same way that he did when we were dating, but he used to express his love in many other different ways. So yes, different love languages. By that, it means that men will not react in the same way that women. I will go out and I will buy things for him, for example, without him even asking, but things that he needs. And it doesn't mean that I need to do that or he asks me to do that, but because it's something natural, something that I'm used to do. But he doesn't do the same. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't love me or he needs to do the same as I do. But he has other type of, how can I say this? Other type of acts or reactions that prove that he loves me. He takes really good care of me. Whenever I need, he's there. Whenever I need someone to listen to me, even without replying, even without saying anything, he understands that I only need to say something or to have a talk with someone. So he is my best friend. So it doesn't, if your partner or if your boyfriend or your husband doesn't go out or forgets even the dates, the dates that you consider more important, for example, as birthdays, as your wedding anniversary. By the way, I am the one that forgets the dates. So that's, you see? So we can't point fingers to each other. So if you love your partner in a way that is different from the way that your partner shows care and love, it's not a problem.
But I still love you, don't worry.
Yes, if he really shows care and love through other ways.
Now, if when you say different love languages, if you are mentioning that you want to get married, for example, and he doesn't, obviously you have a big clash here. If you are talking about different love languages, and we are talking about you want 2 or 3 partners and he wants to be or she wants to be faithful to you, there's a big clash here. This is not a love language. You need to set very well clear what both priorities are, and if they are matching, okay. If they are not matching, obviously you won't be able to adapt something that from the beginning is going against your principles or this person's principles. Well, if you have a question, you can send us to love@uckg.org. The Love Talk Show is now reaching the end. Tomorrow 10 p.m. Andrea, we are back.
We are back, and this person can see us, can find us in 232 Seven Sisters Road in Finsbury Park. We will be here to have a one-to-one, to guide you if you need, totally for free. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
May God bless you all.
Betrayal. A word that, simply being said, brings pain, frustration, and memories many will rather forget. Nevertheless, it is the reality that has an impact on marriages, friendships, families, and even many people's spiritual life. But betrayal doesn't always start with the big explosions. It often begins with the small concessions, seamlessly harmless attitudes, habits that appears normal until the relationship is damaged. It only takes a simple thought, an unconditional private conversation,
a friendship that starts to develop inappropriately, or a curiosity spark by content that ignites desires outside of marriage, that can quickly lead to a loss of trust before one can even realize it. Betrayal always goes far beyond the physical acts. It shows itself in lies, deception, broken promises, omission, and ties that takes the place that should only belong to one's partner. But what leads someone to seek attention outside their relationship? What do we feel the need to be desired by others? What leads the omission or the lying? These questions, which we often find difficulty in expressing, are essential. They reveal internal dissatisfactory, emotional needs, insecurities, and patterns learned since childhood. In this week's meeting, Love Therapy brings deep reflection on how to identify and cut the roots of betrayal. The roots that starts off hidden inside our hearts and grows until they affect one's entire life. Because every action that breaks trust is born from within the person.
Betrayal is about deceit. I've heard of people that they were deceived financially. They had a life together and the other person spent money or used money in a way that they were not in agreement, and a person really felt betrayed. So there must be transparency, lies. There is nothing worse than to be in a relationship that you cannot trust what the other person says. Concealment of facts. If I'm hiding things, I cannot hide anything from my wife, because sooner or later it will be revealed. Why did I hide those things from her? Why didn't I say those things, no matter how painful, how difficult it is? And usually why people hide things? Because they want to avoid confrontation. It sounds really clever, but it's really stupid. Why? Because apart from that argument, there is credibility that you're going to lose with the person. Broken trust and unfulfilled promises. Keep on promising something to the other person that you already know you are not going to fulfill, but you promise just to make the other person to feel good, and then you don't fulfill that. Every betrayal has a root. There are things, they may not be a sin right now, but you can sense that it can lead you to something. Deal with the root of the situation. Don't try to deal with the fruit, with the branches. Deal with the root of the problem.
The focus is not only on behavior, but on the roots that feed it. When these roots aren't dealt with, they end up affecting not only the love life, but also one's spiritual life. After all, many people expect someone else to fill a space that, in actual fact, only God can fill. When our trust in God weakens, we turn to seek support and satisfactory elsewhere, creating conflict, frustrations, and emptiness. On the other hand, when our relationship with Him is aligned, faithfulness, character, honesty, and sincerity naturally grows, qualities that sustain any healthy relationship. As Jesus taught, whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. Everyone has inclinations, weaknesses, and the point of vulnerability. And no one should blindly trust themselves. Vigilance, truth, and being close to God are essentially to protect the heart.
I'm learning a lot, especially with the roots, the past, with my childhood memories, with life when my mama used to suffer with physical abuse with my dad. So everything that was just coming to me, the memory was so alive. And it's something that I realized I need to put it, not forgive, because I already forgive my dad, but also to put them in the altar, basically, all these memories.
Learning in the love therapy has really helped me to believe that I can also have a good relationship in my life, because I've seen family members not have any good relationships. So having that example, seeing the examples, the testimonies in the love therapy has helped me to believe that that can be me as well when I base my relationships as the Word of God as the foundation.
If you want to strengthen your marriage, better understand your emotions, or rebuild trust, take part in the series, Cutting Out Bad Roots, at the Love Therapy every Thursday at 8 p.m. at 232 Seven Sisters Road, Finsbury Park, London, N4 3NX. The Love Therapy, because true love begins from within.
That's a wrap on today's Love Talk Show, where every conversation brings you closer to intelligent love. We'll be back soon with more love, more truth, and more talk. Until next time, keep practicing intelligent love.